Okay. Hello, everyone. It's been a while since I've done a flight, streaming flight sim stuff, but we are continuing our journey, circumnavigating the globe in the Cessna 208 Grand Caravan. Uh, Mainly flying this as part of the FSE economy, which is very fun. Good way to like be basically flying with some kind of a purpose. Um, and today, and happy Halloween, by the way. Today we are taking off from Sao Tome International, FPST. We landed there a couple days ago, and we are making our way to Douala International, FKKD in hang on. I want to make sure I actually have the right name here. Cameroon. That's it. Yes, Cameroon. Um, so yes, we've got 12 passengers on board today, loaded up with 166 gallons of fuel. We are expecting weather is not going to be great, but unfortunately, that's too bad. It's not going to be impossible flying conditions, so we are going to make this flight. Because our passengers, they want to get going there. They got to get there. So we're going to get them there. What else was it? Okay, yes. So we're looking at about a little over 2 hour flight. Much of it's going to be headwind. And let's see. So we are taking off. I'm going to be using runway 29er take off from Sao Tome. So we're going to be flying towards the it's still inland, and immediately be turning to the right and flying north. And then we will be we're going to be shooting for runway 30 via RP 1L Lima star via Lipev, and taking the RNAV 30 approach. So hopefully all that's going to work out. That should be fine. It seems to be the recommended approach for this airport. Winds do not look like they're going to be a major factor. There is a little bit of wind, there's some gusts, but the prevailing winds are pretty calm, it sounds. So should be fine. So anyways, at least it's gonna be, looks like it's gonna be a pretty rainy flight. But we'll make it. Get there. I want that over here. Just checking over a few last minute things. Make sure that we've got everything in order. And looks like we do. Okay. Let's get underway. So currently the time now, local time, is 2:16 p.m. It's a little bit it's technically a little later in the day over there, but if we started the flight now, it definitely would be night by the time we landed. It's going to be, the sun is definitely going to be setting on us, I believe, when we land. So that'll be fun. Kind of like these little twilight flights, Let's go ahead, get in the plane. We are still using the working title G1000 NXI mod, which is amazing. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected to find. Not so friendly skies today. You can see we've got the rain coming down, we've got the thunder going. All kinds of bad weather. So landing here was an absolute pain. Literally like, no, wait, no, was it here? No, it was the last. Maybe, I don't remember. No, I think this one was okay. Thank goodness. This would have sucked if I couldn't have seen the runway. There was the last airport that I had taken off from to get here. Can't recall at the moment, so don't worry about it. We landed there, we took off, we landed here. That's all that's important. Let's go ahead and get our plane set up. Beacon on, and make sure that we've got everything set up. Niner. That. And we don't have here. That's okay. We want 1145. Zero. There we go. We'll get that guy. We'll get MBO set first, and then switch over to the Douala VOR when we get closer. That's right. Yeah, that looks right. Let's go check this real quick. Oh my. Yeah, it looks fun. This is weird though. When we were coming in, it had like an intercept course, and it was freaking out, and it put it like halfway across the world, so I had to get rid of that point. It's kind of dumb, but it's fine. It worked. So we're just gonna go over this, make sure that we've got everything set correctly. It looks like we do. Yep. Yes, star. This should be the. This doesn't. Is this right? Yeah. Yeah. No, I think this is right. Yep. 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 Alright, good. And then the missed approach. Okay. That looks good. Right now, let's go turn off the radar so we can actually see what we're doing. So, yeah. And we'll turn it back on once we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and get the plane fired up. Going. Already got our beacon on. Everything else looks good. And while that's getting started up, go ahead and get our clearance.
Southhome Tower Gaelicat 7 IFR to Douala are ready to copy. Gaelicat 7 is cleared to Douala Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 29er climb and maintain 11,000 feet.
1,000 feet.
Departure frequency is 126.5 squawk 6455. Gaelicat 7 cleared to Douala Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 29er climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure on 126.5 squawk 6455. Gaelicat 7 read back correct. Contact ground on 118.9er. Good day.
We are already on that frequency.
Gaelicat 7 ready to taxi IFR.
Gaelicat 7 taxi
But it's a different person. A little weird. Got it.
Taxi to and hold short runway 29er via taxiway Gaelicat 7.
Okay. Oh, this guy's behind us. Yeah, I'm gonna power back into you, okay? You need to move. Please. Please move. Thank you. Please get out of the way. You might not want to be standing under the wing. Oh, you know what? Look at this. Fill here. Okay. Lights on. Okay. Be ready to go. Let's go ahead, power back out. Yoom. Oh my god, dude. What are you doing? Oh! As we like nearly strike the tail there. Okay. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about that. We didn't break anything. Passengers slightly concerned. Do not walk in front of my plane, man. Please don't. Okay, let's get going. Wow. Okay. It's a lot harder to fly in third-person mode. Ever noticed that? Okay. We are ready to go. Take off clearance, please. You know I need to, like, go all the freaking way over there. Pretty heavy wind. Yeah, so we're gonna have a pretty good crosswind here. Taking off. But that's just life. You know. Whatever. Right? Get our flaps set. Condition is set. Let's go. Get ourselves configured on the runway. We head towards the water. We're not going to run off into the water. That would be a very bad thing. Bad day. Bad way to start the day. Drifting a little bit here. Okay, so we're going to get up right up here. I'm not going to need the entire runway, but keep in mind, you know, of course, this plane doesn't climb all that fast. Oh, there's a turnaround right there. Not a lot of room to work with here. Yeah, alright. Look at that. We got the ocean literally right there. It's like they built this little... they must have, you know... Must be man-made. Okay. We are already cleared for takeoff, so... Let's get going. Check if flaps are set. Okay. We're good to go. Gaelicat 7 taking off. Alright, rotate. positive rate. Yeah, the wind isn't. I mean, it is a pretty strong crosswind, but it is not giving us any issues here.
Gaelicat 7 contact Libreville Center on 126.5. Good day. 126.5 for Gaelicat 7.
Go ahead and do this myself. Okay.
Libreville Center Gaelicat 7 is at 1,000 feet, climbing 11,000 feet. Gaelicat 7 Libreville Center altimeter 290.83 continue as planned.
Yes. I don't think we need to go directly to that marker. Yeah. Yeah. When was the last time that I hand flew? There we go. Relying solely on instruments right now. I'm just gonna get us above these clouds first, and then we'll go ahead and turn on the autopilot. Because it's really been a long time since I've hand flown it. And to be honest, it wasn't really all that bad. Usually I'll kick on the autopilot there. And go ahead, we don't need as much throttle for this. Try to keep it around 1900, but I do kind of want our climbing speed at that 104. Okay, we're a little bit off. We can't correct that. Looking down at our instruments still, so we've got a lot of clouds, a lot of storms, but I was hoping I'd be able to clear these clouds a little bit sooner. It's not happening. That should get us on course. I feel like we are on course now. Okay. Go ahead and switch on the autopilot now. And there we go. So the plane will just get itself back on track. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. 208's really nice plane to fly in this. I'm really enjoying it. Big plane. Not a big plane, but it's a big GA plane at least. You know, only single engine, but it gets the job done. I haven't forgotten about the Baron. It's still back in Florida. One of them is. But fortunately other people have been flying some of the routes for my FBOs. Not enough to cover the costs of them, sadly, but it's fine. The income that we're making doing this trip is paying for the FBOs as well, so alright, let's go ahead and turn on the radar. Okay, good. So that's not too bad. We got, I mean, it's not terrible. Right? Right. Yeah. But we're looking good. I say as like flashes of lightning blind me. No, we're looking fine here. Yeah, so our cruising altitude for this flight is going to be 19,000 feet. We're currently cleared to 11,000. And there's no wind. Okay. The winds have died down at this altitude. But we still need to go further up. We'll push throttle up a little bit here. Not completely all the way there yet, but don't want to. I mean, I could have left it at full throttle the entire way, the entire climb. It just feels like it's a little excessive. I also do not know the tops of these clouds. I feel like we're gonna have to get through them. They look low. Like mid-level clouds. I'd prefer not to be flying directly through them, but I also don't really want to be flying just at 11,000 feet. I think that we actually need to get to 15. So regardless, we're gonna have to climb above that. We are currently at almost approaching 9,000 feet. We still see, oh, we can still see the island behind us, Otame. Look at that. Pretty awesome. But yeah, we got some pretty savage looking clouds out here, that's for sure. Radar is looking good though, so it's cloudy, but it's not terrible. And so the winds have picked up again. Like I said, we're going to be flying to, mostly flying to the headwinds. That's how it goes. Right. So now I had the throttle at full. Over 10,000, so we're going to go ahead and switch off our lights. Don't need them on anymore. Yeah, so I think we're going to be able to get through this layer of clouds, obviously. So we're only at 10,000 feet. We got another 9,000 to go. So that should be no problem. And then we'll be cruising, hopefully cruising above all this mess. I don't know how high up these clouds are going to be. Yeah, they're not even going to let us up to 19. Okay.
Climb and maintain 17,000 feet, Gaelicat 7.
17,000 feet cleared. Passengers, this time, may want to re-familiarize yourselves with the oxygen mask. As you know, the plane is not pressurized. And it's just for your own safety and comfort. So I am also going to be getting mine ready. Fortunately, this doesn't work, but pretend that it's on. Because we do not want hypoxia. Also going to go ahead and switch on pitot heat. In our wing light. Yeah, I'd say like, oh, we'll just fly at this level, but we actually can't. They actually do want us to be at least 15,000 feet. So, that is fine though. We can easily make it to that at that altitude. No problem. I believe though we are well past transition altitude, so go ahead and switch that to standard. We'll take care of that now. And keeping a close check on the outside air temperature as we, as it's getting colder out now. We're at the, we're just above the equator though, so, but that really doesn't matter when you're this far up. The air is just going to get cooler. So we are going to need to be using our anti-ice. And actually, let's go ahead and just switch that on now. Keep the plane from icing up, as it looks like we are going to be flying through some of this cloud cover for now. Hopefully we are going to be able to get above it. If we have to, we'll fly, I'll request 21 flight level 210. And that hopefully will be high enough. Hopefully. Okay, so yeah, so now we are approaching over 15,000 feet now. About 4,000 feet more to go as we start flying through these clouds. The windshield's probably going to start icing out a little. That's okay. More concerned with the body of the plane, so that's why we got that on. And the one good thing is, the most recent change, I think, with this update 6, the clouds no longer causing, I don't know what it was about them, but like, if you remember, they would cause the plane to slow down significantly flying through clouds. That doesn't happen anymore. And that's really nice, because that became very annoying. It made it almost impossible to fly through clouds. And okay, so this is looking very good. We've got clear skies above us with another 3,000 feet to go to our cruising altitude. So I'd like to reiterate to our passengers in the back, if you haven't already, I highly suggest wearing your oxygen for your own safety and comfort. Thank you. Yeah, this is definitely looking very good as far as altitude is. Should be getting clearance to 19,000 feet in a moment. I hope. Are we? City. There. There we go, fine. I was waiting for that. Like, where is he gonna clear me? Okay. Climbing to 190. So we should be well above all this crap. I think we got like a little bit of ice on the windshield there. You know, I think it went away. Yeah, no, we did good. Want to be sure that we're going to be above all this mess. It really looks like we will. So I'm going to go ahead and flip that off. We don't want to keep that running. And we will continue on our way. And we're looking at a flight time of just over 2 hours, with about 2 hours remaining. So let's see what we got coming up. Coming up, we've got island of Principe. Yeah. The point, for some reason, this airport is not in the game. I don't know why. But we're not landing there anyhow. Oh dear. I have hiccups. Great. Wonderful. We'll see if we can actually see it from up here. We may not be able to because of all the cloud cover. We're also not quite there yet. We're going to be flying directly over it, so it's going to be... It should be right around here, so... I feel like we're not going to be able to see it because of these clouds. Plane is just like... Oh, so funny story. As I was flying out to here, you know, nightmares of the game's ATC. What I was trying to say there. And it just kept insisting that I climb to 25,000 feet. Yeah. Yeah. I guess it thought that I was a jet. Because the airways that we were... I mean, so the airway I was on was a Victor airway. But it is also a jetway. So, and of course the minimum altitude on the jetway was... What was it? Okay. Right. Yeah, it doesn't have... It doesn't have the minimum altitude listed here. What the heck? Oh, there it is. Yeah, yeah. So the minimum altitude for those segments was 24,500 feet. But the thing is, though, like... There's a Victor airway there, too, and its minimum altitude was not that. You know, the minimum altitude for the Victor airway, not listed. Not listed. So, yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and... Is that it down there? That might just be reflections of the clouds. We'll use this to control, like, where the lever is, because otherwise I can't really tell. A little hard to tell. But I pulled it back to about 80%. And what do we got here for a task? That should be good. I could get it to 180. I just feel like that uses more fuel than we really need. 170 is probably where it's gonna settle out. Or 172. That works too. But anywhere between that is good. Yeah. 350 pounds per hour. Very good. Very fuel efficient up here. Oh. Alright, let's go ahead and get the anti-ice back on, because we're definitely flying through that. I mean, I guess I could ask for 21, but I don't think we're gonna end up with a bunch of these, and it's too late for this one. We want to be able to climb above it in time. No, in fact, the cloud is forming right on top of us. Yeah. But yeah, so it kept badgering me to fly at 25,000 feet, and I'm just like, I don't even think this plane's service height goes that high. Yeah. And so what I'd have to do is I'd be like, okay, sure, accept, whatever, you know, I'm 25,000 feet. And then I'd tell, but it still technically had my cruising altitude set at 19,000 feet. And so I'd tell them, okay, increase, flight cruise altitude by 6,000 to 25,000 feet. And they're like, okay. And then decrease cruise altitude to 19,000 feet. And they're like, okay, descend 19,000. Like, alright. And then they were fine, but then every time I hit one of the waypoints at the intersection, then it went right back to being like, climb 25,000, to the point that I just kind of muted it. I still wanted them for, the landing, and then when we got to the airport, it didn't even switch me to the approach frequencies, so whatever. Wouldn't be the first time we've landed or even taken off without the game's ATC clearing it. Definitely won't be the last. Alright, so we got a little bit of ice on the windshield. It's kind of annoying that you can't do both at the same time, but let's go ahead and clear that up. Yeah, we got lots of storms. Oh, we're not going to see that island. It would have been down here somewhere. That's not it. It's like somewhere down in this area. Or down in there. We are not seeing it. We're going to be in these clouds. Kind of wondering if I want to do 21,000 feet. Yeah, why don't we do that? Let's go ahead and request 21. Just by 2,000. See if he'll give me flight level 210. Oh, not down. Up.
Climb and maintain flight level 210 Gaelicat 7.
Okay. There we go. Push that back down to the wing body. See if we can't see how well we can climb this without hitting that. That's going to be the big problem. Let's get throttle back up. Yeah, that's about as far. We're gonna have to do this in a step in order to get up to there. I got the throttle completely open again. I didn't think we were going to keep hitting a bunch of these clouds, but it looks like we are. Let's try and climb again. Yeah, we can keep it at 96. We could probably even get it lower. Oh, at 84. Let's just do that. I think that's like right at stall speed, though. Any lower than that, it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, you can see it's like struggling to get up to that altitude. Really struggling now. It may not even get us above them. We're a little further up, and like I said, oh, there we go, there's the island. You can see it on the instrument now. Question is, can we see it up here? Answer is no. Definitely cannot. Alright, so we are now at our new cruise altitude of flight level 210. Oh my goodness. I was hoping to be able to get above most of this storm system. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to. That's okay though. We can fly at 2100. We're using even less fuel now. Not by much, but get the windshield cleaned again. Yeah. Hope that you guys are enjoying your day, and alright. Can we see it now? There's going to be a break in the clouds. We might be able to see it. See, now there's a few you can see up ahead where the clouds are like up here. Is that it? No, that's a cloud. That's a cloud. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna leave the anti-ice systems on. There's still a bunch of like misting clouds up here, And we just don't want to get, we don't want ice accumulating on the plane. That would be a bad day, for sure. I'm not sure why it likes to yaw from one side to the other, despite having the yaw dampening turned on. And I have tried turning it off and it still happens. And I don't think it's my controls. Oh, I don't know what it is, but yeah. It's probably the mods that I'm using. Why is it showing up at descent right there? We're definitely not going to be descending right there. No, we're going to do more of a continuous descent. So we're not going to be able to use that. Because it wants us to get down to 5,000 there. I mean... I don't really want to get down to that altitude right there. I'd rather at Lipov get to it. And it's going to... It's gonna want us to do it before then. Like, here's where I'd rather have, have it be. So we're probably not going to listen to the flight the VNAV. We're gonna have to do it manually, which is fine. That's fine. Alright, one last time. See, we got another break in the clouds. Can we see it? That looks like more clouds. Clouds all the way down. Oh, we first encountered Gaelicats in the sea of clouds, so it's appropriate that the flying Gaelicat is up here, flying through the sea of clouds. Is that it down there? I don't know. I keep saying, is that it? Is that it? And it's like, nope, that's just a cloud. That is also a cloud. That is a snow puff. That's two. Snow puff. Sorry about that. We're not going to be able to see the island down there. How's everyone doing back there? All good? Looking good? Try not to breathe too heavily, please. Unless you bought the premium oxygen supply. Really don't want that running out early, as the passengers begin hyperventilating. That is also very cold. We're at -11 centigrade. It's very lonely up here. That's just the way it goes. Mhm. Mm. Yeah, bit of rough. Winds are getting a little rougher right here. And now we should be flying right directly over the island. Not a chance of seeing it, sadly. As I pull out, basically. Scanning through Twitter. Oh, that's a big cat. Oh my goodness. Turret. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so funny. Oh, like that. That's amazing. Mhm. Hmm. All right, we are looking like it's gonna be bit more stormy weather as we get further along. Oh, I see what it's trying to do there. Yeah, we're not doing that. Okay, oh. We still got about another hour and a half to our destination. And real quick refresh on our flight plan so far. We are en route to Riddle. There, we're going to continue along the B737 airway until we get to the Irpus waypoint and begin the arrival into Douala. And we still have hiccups. Annoying. There's no escaping from these clouds. We're just going to leave the anti-ice on because better safe than sorry. Doesn't seem to really be wasting anything. it was wanting us to probably start our descent here, which doesn't make any sense. That would have taken us down to like 15,000 feet. Which we don't want to do. Kind of heading in the wrong direction as far as, you know, going through Africa, but this is the kind of the best flight to get off of the island. I wanted to go out there, but it looks like there's some other good flights that we'll be able to line up following this. Yeah, so we're just going to ignore the VNAV for its suggestion there, because we don't actually want to go down quite yet. Still looking good. Oh. Forgot to put this guy back up. There you go. Literally forgot to turn that back on. Doesn't appear to be working completely, but whichever. I'm getting that ground speed for some reason. So we are looking at probably starting our descent around just before we get to the VOR at Mike Beta Oscar. Till then, we're just staying on this airway. And at the altitude. Okay.
Contact Brazzaville Center on 125.1. Good day.
Oh,
125.1 for Gaelicat 7. Brazzaville Center, Gaelicat 7, flight level 210.
Gaelicat 7 Brazzaville Center, continue to grow as planned.
Okay, we've got next island coming up here. Kyoko? Kyoko? That's about right. And we still got a ways off from it though. We'll see if we can actually... Maybe we might actually get to see this one. Maybe. We'll be descending over their airspace. In maybe about another half an hour. I think I need to just turn back on the AI traffic. We don't get... Seems like we get very little real-world traffic in these parts. It could also just be because of the time of day. But the problem is if you use the AI traffic, none of the traffic things work on here. You can still see them in the little nav map, but it's... But the whole point is that you'd be able to see it on here and be like, uh-oh, there's a plane heading for me. That's gonna be more than an uh-oh, by the way. It's gonna be in a... Oh, crap. Well, that might be does look like... That looks like land as opposed to... it's pretty high up. Maybe it is that high. We got that cloud starting to thin out a little bit. Definitely not out of it yet. Okay, we're looking at about another hour before we get to onto the ground. Weather is not looking so great up ahead, actually. Yeah. I think that we will be okay. There's not really anywhere for us to deviate to. No. I mean, well, okay, so good that way. No real airway over there, though, so unlikely that would be approved. So we're just gonna have to tough it out. So see, now it does have it. It does have the top of descent set for us. Now it'll work. Although, no. It's still kind of not where I want it to be. We're actually going to be descending a little ways past that. Looking at about 50 miles still to go before we're gonna start descending. We'll see. So I don't want to actually get down to 5,000 feet just there. Alright, let's see. Pull these charts real quick. Yeah. So it looks like it just wants us to be above flight level, above 3,000 feet there. I mean, I suppose given the way this weather is looking, it may not be that bad of an idea. There we go, we can see the island in front of us now. Again, we're not landing here, but we are going to be flying over. We are getting much closer. They might actually give us the orders to send anyway. Yeah, so yeah, we got a little, I mean, it's actually looking not too bad right here. I'm just looking at this stuff ahead of us. Doesn't look very fun. I feel like we're gonna actually end up flying into it. You see. We aren't cleared to go anywhere other than that. So, oh, right, yeah. Really, I want to get to it at that point. Oh no, okay, so the type of descent that they've got is not terrible. I just don't think we need to do it exactly at that point. I think we can wait a few more minutes. And, you know, get that. Hopefully they'll add some options, better options for it. Or I just need to read over the manual and just see like if the actual instrument would have done that too. Vertical navigation. They don't have all that in there. There is supposed to be, you know, modifying VS target and FPA. It doesn't work at the moment. Altitude constraint. Yeah, so you see on all these, they've got the altitude constraints set at where it doesn't actually have thing. Yeah, supposedly there'd be an option for designating waypoint altitude to be used for vertical guidance. Yeah. So I don't think we're actually able to. Yeah. That's okay. They said they've been doing a lot of work on that and coming along really nicely. Alright, so finally we are actually over land again. A nice looking island here. Right, so we're looking at about 5 miles from MBO is where we'd like to start our descent. That's not where they're looking to start it though. Because I don't want the bottom of the descent to be at that far out. Yeah, weather is starting to deteriorate a bit. Alright, I believe we will be able to make it there. Shouldn't be a problem. Curious to see if the controller is gonna ask us to descend early. we might just take it just because, so we want to get out of this, these clouds. Yeah. We need to be at MD 2000. Alright. They're gonna be upset about us, so we're just gonna do
Brazzaville
this.
Center, Gaelicat 7. Request 15,000 feet.
Gaelicat 7 descend and maintain 15,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 15,000 feet, Gaelicat
Okay.
7.
Well, we're gonna start our descent now anyways. Look, you can see the airport here on this island. And a bit of the city. We can even see the mainland. Alright, so a quick check over what our flight plan is. We are going to be taking the ERP I-1L star for runway 30 to Lipev, and then we will be taking the RNAV 30 approach via Lipev transition. That's our objective here. go ahead and switch over. Have that doesn't look right. 1290. Is there another one? It's on the same frequency? That doesn't look right. Must be. I want DLA 112.9 or 112.9 or 0. But it's picking up a totally different beacon right now. Odd. Okay. Well, it'll switch over once we get closer.
Brazzaville Center, Gaelicat 7. Request 11,000 feet.
Gaelicat 7 descend and maintain 15,000 feet. Expect 11,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 15,000
We need to
feet.
keep
Expect
asking them to let us
11,000 feet.
descend, otherwise it'll get pissed.
Gaelicat 7 descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet, Gaelicat 7.
Okay, let's go ahead and switch back to local barometer. That should be good for now. We're back into these heavy clouds again. We are looking at pace at about another half an hour before we are on the ground. We're actually going to get there well before sunset. Might just be dark because of all these clouds, though. we can flip off our oxygen. Now that we are down to 12,500 feet. The VOR has still not set itself. Not sure why. I do have the correct frequency for it, so that's a little strange. Especially considering it's trying to focus in on something that's 168 miles away. The one that we want is much closer.
Brazzaville Center, Gaelicat 7. Request 5,000 feet.
Gaelicat 7, descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet, Gaelicat 7.
That. Why can you even let me get down to that? Yeah, well, I think we probably descended at just the right time. We actually avoided a lot of these storms. That was that cloud front that we saw. We are going to end up avoiding it. Go ahead and get lights back on as we cross through 10,000 feet. Mhm. Okay. Don't turn that off. We can see the map. Alright, so it looks like it has refocused on DLA. That's good, where we're trying to land. Better late than never.
Gaelicat 7, you are 26 miles west. Keep speed not above 230 knots. Expect RNAV runway 30 approach via Lviv transition. Cleared to Lviv.
Good to live.
Keep speed not above 230 knots. Expect RNAV runway 30 approach via Lviv transition. Cleared to Lviv Gaelicat 7.
Gaelicat 7, climb and maintain 11,000 feet.
What?
Brazzaville Center Gaelicat 7, say again.
Gaelicat 7, climb and maintain 11,000 feet.
Yeah,
Climb
okay.
and maintain
Sure, why not?
11,000 feet Gaelicat 7.
We're not going to, but... So we may not get the ATC to support us on this. Looking like they would rather be dumb.
Gaelicat 7, please expedite your climb 11,000 feet.
Yeah, no thank you. This is what I was talking about. Literally doesn't make any sense. Where we are like this close. Like why do you want me to go to 11,000 feet? Makes no sense. But fortunately, we don't have to actually listen to that.
Gaelicat 7, please expedite your climb 11,000 feet.
No. Nope. Quit asking for the impossible.
Gaelicat 7, please expedite your climb 11,000 feet.
Eventually it should give us the next waypoint, and they'll calm down.
Gaelicat 7, please expedite your climb 11,000 feet.
I hope. Let's hope so, right? It's very annoying that he keeps trying to tell us to like climb when it's very obvious we need to be descending. Ladies and gentlemen, we should be on the ground in about 15 more minutes.
11,000 feet.
Please remain seated, though, during the remainder of the flight. We should have you on the ground safely, and like I said, in about another 15 minutes. Thank you. Therefore, it's going to be... We're out that way. It's in the city.
Gaelicat 7, please expedite your climb 11,000 feet.
No, stop asking that. Yeah, we do not want to climb to 11,000 feet right here.
Gaelicat 7, please expedite your climb 11,000 feet. Gaelicat 7, please expedite your climb 11,000 feet.
Okay. Pull that back a little bit. We're in the need. Slow down fairly soon.
Gaelicat 7, descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
There you go.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet, Gaelicat 7.
But you'd get tired of it eventually. It may just be the flight plan stuff when I import it. The G1000 NXI doesn't use, not synced to the game's flight plan. The ATC is using the game's flight plan. The autopilot though is flying the G1000 flight plan, so yeah. Definitely get very confusing.
Gaelicat 7, please expedite your descent 3,000 feet.
Where we're going. Give me a break. Doing it. Doing it. Here. Okay. Nearly there. So we're going to be at 3,000 feet for a little bit here, and I can see some of the lights already, so that's good. Looks like we're going to have a clear approach. I'm sorry, a clear visual to the approach, but we have not received the approach clearance yet. Expecting that to come any moment now.
Gaelicat 7, you are 13 miles southeast of Douala. Contact Douala Tower on 129.5 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 129.5 Gaelicat 7. Douala Tower Gaelicat 7, 13 miles southeast inbound RNAV runway 30 approach.
Gaelicat 7 Douala Tower. Altimeter 29.88 with 271 at 10. Cleared RNAV runway 30 approach.
Cleared
There we
RNAV
go.
runway 30 approach.
Right, we are
Gaelicat
cleared
7.
for our approach, and we have a good clean visual on the runway in front of us there. So we go ahead and throw us into approach mode here. Most likely it will grab the glide path. Sorry, the glide path first. Yep, and it did. All right, great. We're still a bit of ways out, so I'm not going to bother putting flaps out just yet. Get a little bit closer before we go ahead and do that. Once we get to the final approach point, we'll still have plenty of time from there. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated until we are safely on the ground and at the gate. Welcome to Douala, though. And thank you for flying Gaelicat Air and being a part of our circumnavigating the globe adventure. We're glad to have you on board this afternoon. Alright, let's go ahead and deploy our flaps. Slow the aircraft down. 3 minutes to go. We have clean visual on the runway. 5.5 miles to go. City out here. About 4 miles to go.
Gaelicat 7 with 271 at 10. Cleared to land runway 30.
Great. Clear to land.
Clear to land runway 30 Gaelicat 7.
Outer marker. Confirm. Okay. Should still be good. That idle. Okay. Three miles to go. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated. Two and a half miles. Miles. Full flaps. Engine speed is at idle. We are looking good. 500 feet. Okay. I have control. Minimums look good. As we pass over the VOR. Well, of course, here. All right, here we go. Okay, welcome everyone. We are here.
Gaelicat 7, turn next taxiway.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there we go, folks. Another nice, very smooth landing there. Go ahead and turn these off.
Gaelicat 7, exit runway when able.
Yep, we're doing it. Oh.
Gaelicat 7, contact ground on 119.7.
119.7 for Gaelicat 7.
I'm not gonna bother with that though. Okay, looks like we've got something in front of us. Excuse me. We got a forklift in front of us. We're just gonna go around it. Okay. Try not to clip our wings in the process. And here we are, folks. Thank you for flying, and we'll see you next time.